By CNN. I'm stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indication I would not be able to continue to do the work I've loved at the network. It's clear there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I've worked with for an incredible run. They're the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best. All right. Whoa, Clay, we got a lot here. A lot to unpack. Yeah. Wild day already, and we're only 28 minutes in, so load up the phone lines. We'll keep reacting to you. Who knows what's next? Tunnel to Towers Foundation delivers on its promise to do good and never forget the sacrifices America's heroes have made for us. Heroes like U.S. Air Force Senior Master Sergeant Israel Del Toro Jr. He promised his father he'd take care of his family. He promised his son he'd be there for his son, too. When his Humvee exploded in Afghanistan, he suffered severe burns over more than 80% of his body. With only a 15% chance of survival, Del Toro focused on the promises he made. Later, he became the first fully disabled airman permitted to re-enlist, a gold medal winner in the Invictus Games, and now he shares his story to help others. You can help heroes like Del Toro when they need it most. Join us in donating $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org. The front line of the truth.
KFBK has your chance to win $1,000 now. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. Green. That's green. Enter it now at KFBK.com. Good luck. Your latest news, traffic, and weather.
KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM, and everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
At 9:30, I'm John Bernizzi with your top stories on KFBK News Radio. As you heard on Clay and Buck, longtime host Tucker Carlson and Fox News are parting ways. In a statement, the network said Carlson's last program was on Friday. Fox thanked him for his service as a host and contributor. Carlson was Fox's top-rated primetime host with an audience of over 3 million viewers per night. It comes after Fox News agreed to pay over $787 million to settle a defamation lawsuit from Dominion Voting Systems over the network's coverage of former President Trump's claims of voter fraud. Meanwhile, we're just learning Don Lemon says he's been terminated by CNN. More on that as details emerge. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is in Japan today, meeting with the country's prime minister to discuss growing the relationship between the two sides.
Really appreciate what a great ally Japan has been to the United States over many, many decades. And so we're excited to be here to be able to explore more relations with Florida and Japan.
The meeting is part of an overseas trade mission. DeSantis brushing off questions about a potential presidential run for now. Traffic and weather together.
Report sponsored by Our American Story. Some slow and go traffic just leaving Terminus westbound 12. You start to see it slow just before the McCollum River, but once you get past that, looks good into Rio Vista. Also, looks like traffic is still recovering in the Vacaville area after an earlier accident, but still slow as you're making your way on westbound Eby, starting just before Leisure-Town Road, and finally eases up at Alamo Drive. Before he was president, he worked in Dad's store after getting kicked out of the Army. Oh yes, we'll have the story of U.S. Grant. Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Roy LaMilla, KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Sunny and warm, highs in the low 80s today in the valley, around 70 in the foothills, then warming to 85 tomorrow, 87 Wednesday, and low 90s later this week. 62 degrees now. John Bernizzi, KFBK News Radio.
Let's go.
Everybody knows Jackson's where you go for the best casino action, best food, and best prizes. Here are a few things you need to know this month. The best table games are at Jackson. Play in our Sunday table games extravaganza. You could win a share of $2,000 in promo chips 1 to 5 p.m. No joke. The best place to win is at Jackson. Reward members can scratch their way to $1,000 cash Wednesdays and Sundays, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. The best place to celebrate Memorial Day is Jackson. Drive off in a brand new Ford Explorer when playing our Memorial Day drive-away promotion, Monday, May 29th. Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort, located in beautiful Amador County. Let's go. Attorney CPA Joe Cordell. Divorce forces a father to focus on what's most important, his children. You may no longer be a husband, but you'll always be a dad. In the divorce process, this comes down to 3 key concerns.
important. And it's important that you choose a lawyer that cares as much about these issues as you do.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Sacramento area attorneys. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 958-1. CordellCordell.com.
Now at Hall's Window Center, get $150 off per window and $500 off per patio door. I'm Kitty O'Neill, a real Hall's customer.
We're very pleased with the outcome and the service our home provided.
Visit hallswindowcenter.com today. Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost effectively. Across radio, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. They want to help you deal with inflation. Before the news at the bottom of the hour, listed in $1,000. Even places look in today. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thank you so much. Get financial coffee talk. Sponsored by Fox Family Heating and Air. Got a question about your air conditioning system? Call Fox Family Heating and Air. You'll get fast, honest, and friendly service for your conversation. Technicians come to your house. Visit FoxFamilyHVAC.com. That's FoxFamilyHVAC.com.
Sacramento's News Radio.
Welcome back in, Clay Travis, Buck Sexton Show. So far as I know it, we have not been fired. I keep checking my phone to make sure. It is Bloody Monday in the media industry. Everybody's dropping like flies. Tucker Carlson out at Fox. Mutual parting of the ways, according to a release that just came down the pipe right before we went on the air. While we were on the air, as we just told you, Don Lemon has been fired at CNN. Buck, let's have a little bit of fun with the Don Lemon thing for a moment. Do you think that CNN totally made the decision to put out the news on Don Lemon when they saw the news on Tucker, or do you think that Fox might have seen the news about Don Lemon and decided, like, do you think that Fox knew about Lemon, and do you think that CNN knew about Tucker? Because Don Lemon did his show this morning, and they fired him right after he got done on Monday.
I think we'd have to check the tape. I have to tell him. I think they're just trying to sneak in the, because the CNN audience, as you all know, and the CNN anchors, by the way, are ecstatic over the Tucker thing, just so you understand. No matter what, they take this as a validation, Dominion, Fox, Tucker, they take this as all that. So, when they're all like celebrating that, to sneak in the Don Lemon firing from a pure Machiavellian media exec perspective, I think that's what happened. I'm telling you,
They also let him do the show on Monday. If you were going to fire someone, this is just fire media 101. Correct. You would not allow him to come in the first day of the week, do his show.
They're like Tucker's house, you gotta go to Don
And I would just say, as I'm saying, you gotta look at my phone. We may get fired halfway through the show today, the way things are going. Look, I think you stop saying that. I think I've been fired before. I'm used to it. And I think that's the biggest takeaway, right? By the way, everybody gets fired in media. It's a little bit like being a head coach. It's almost unheard of. So when I look at it, I think to myself, okay, Tucker has a wildly loyal audience. You will take your calls. But Buck, you remember when Tucker took over for Bill O'Reilly? Everybody said, there's no way that Tucker's going to be able to slide into that O'Reilly chair and in any way have success. We love Bill O'Reilly. We've had Bill O'Reilly and Tucker on the show. I think it's fair to say that Tucker became more influential even than Bill O'Reilly was, and O'Reilly was, in his era, the most influential person on cable news, period. And I think as a result, Tucker's audience is going to follow him wherever he goes. If I'm Don Lemon's agent today, like let's pretend we're agents, right? If I'm Tucker Carlson's agent, I bet he has gotten 100 media offers already. in the 45 minutes that this has been public.
Yeah.
I don't know who hires Don Lemon.
MSNBC. They'll hire Don.
You think they'll hire Don? I think Don Lemon might be too toxic. And also, Buck, here's my thing. Is anybody a diehard Don Lemon fan? Like, are people out there like, hey, you know who I love, Don Lemon?
I worked at CNN for a couple of years. Don Lemon had the highest rated CNN show. It's the same thing. Stock market, you show the ability to hit home runs one season, there's a chance that so many.
Somebody else get fired?
No, but I was just confirmed to me by a source that Tucker Team saw him doing the show tonight as of this morning.
Yeah.
So this decision was made 100% over the weekend, and no one had any idea. By the way, it is a cruel thing in media. I'll tell you, I've seen this before. I mean, I saw a show that got axed once at a network because I saw the people outside with the boxes crying, and they had no idea. Like, media firings are brutal.
Yeah, and we focus. Look, Tucker's super rich. He's going to be wildly successful going forward. I told her. I mean, look, Friday I was in the Fox News building with the staff. Everything was fine. So, yes, it doesn't stun me at all that they anticipated they would be doing a show today. Because I don't think this is something that was in the works for a long time. Details behind what exactly went on will happen. But there's a lot of people right now who have been on the show in like 6 hours, 7 hours.
And I'm not, by the way, I'm just sharing what's in the future right now. My phone is blowing up today like crazy. So is Clay's. We had to just go get a new charger to make sure that we were able to.
This is out there. I'm not. This is completely off the wall. But a lot of people are putting out. You know, they're putting out
That they think that Tucker may have political aspirations.
Well, it would be amazing if he was going to run for president.
This right now.
I mean, look, he has been. I like to look at the gambling. Tucker has been on the list of potential nominees. Now, here's what I would say about that in general. If that were true, then here's how I think that would play out. I think he would go to Fox News and he would say, hey, Trump is going to be the nominee, in my opinion. DeSantis hasn't shown that he has the ability to take on Trump. I think I'm a better candidate than both of those guys, and so I'm going to run for president. If that were true, I think Fox would allow Tucker to have a grand goodbye that would allow him to go out and actually be able to make that statement. Does that make sense? So, I'm not saying Tucker's not running for president. I would just tell you that I don't think the way that news would become circulating would be on a Monday morning Fox saying Tucker and Fox News have parted. Now, it's possible, I'm just spitballing if that were the case. It's possible that Tucker had been doing things behind the scenes and it was suddenly uncovered, but just think about it. If you're Fox News, why would you, it would be great for Fox News if Tucker ran for president. That would be incredible for their brand. Well, that's like he graduated from Fox, you know, from the president of the United States.
There's a happy narrative.
Let's just put it this way. If you or I announced that we were running for president of the United States, iHeart would not put out a statement 20 minutes before we were about to go on air saying that we have mutually parted ways, right? They would allow us to come on and say bye to the audience, right? So maybe that's possible. The way that this is playing out, and I would love to see. Look, how Tucker throws his hat in the ring for us. I mean, he'd be an incredible candidate.
So here's the thing about let's say with it. By the way, I know every line is lit, and the phones in New York are going crazy right now, and our team is going through them, and we will get to your calls. But the theories are okay. Throw the politics thing. That may be off the wall. I mean, Tucker and his people may be like laughing at the thought that that's being talked about, but people are talking about it. Yeah, I think it's just worth noting he's that level of popular with the right. Yeah, where it's not. Maybe by the way, maybe not this election. Maybe he wants to let the DeSantis Trump thing play out, but maybe he wants to think more toward the future of 2020.
Look, 20% of the audience, if Tucker suddenly becomes the Republican primary, I'm just spitballing numbers. 20% of people out there, I think, would say, you know what, I would vote for Tucker over Trump or DeSantis or Vivek or Mickey Haley.
Was the GOP nominee not that long ago, folks. So the idea that Tucker Carlson, who's actually popular with the base,
So a lot of the